Before you scroll away, pause for just a second, because the next few minutes might change the way you look at kindness forever. This is one of those stories that starts quietly, almost unnoticed, and ends in a way no one could have imagined. If stories about humanity, sacrifice, and unexpected miracles move you even a little, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss stories like this. Trust me, stay until the end. You'll be glad you did. The garage sat on the edge of town, paint peeling, sign flickering like it had given up years ago. It wasn't the kind of place people trusted with expensive cars. But people trusted Sam. Sam was the mechanic who fixed things others gave up on: cars, machines, sometimes even people. He was in his late 30s, hands permanently stained with grease, back bent from years of labor, and eyes that carried a quiet tiredness. Business wasn't great, but it was honest. Some days, honesty was all that kept him going. That afternoon, rain threatened the sky when a car rolled into the lot and stopped awkwardly near the entrance. The engine sputtered and died. Sam wiped his hands and walked over, expecting the usual complaint: overheating, bad alternator, dead battery. But when the driver's door opened, he paused. A young woman stepped out slowly, her hand sliding along the door for balance. Dark glasses covered her eyes, and the white cane in her other hand confirmed it. She was blind. "I'm sorry," she said softly, her voice embarrassed but polite. "I was told this was a repair shop. My car just stopped, and I don't know what to do." Sam felt something tighten in his chest. "You're in the right place," he said gently. "I'm Sam. Let's take a look." Her name was Lily. She explained that the car was her independence, how she got to work, to the store, to her small apartment across town. She didn't complain, didn't demand. She just stood there in the fading light, trusting a stranger she couldn't see. Sam diagnosed the problem quickly. Fuel pump, not cheap, definitely not free. As he walked back to the office, he glanced at the wall where unpaid bills were pinned with rusted tacks. Rent overdue, electric notice in red. He did the math in his head and already knew the answer. When he came back, Lily braced herself. "How bad is it?" she asked. Sam hesitated. Then he smiled. Not as bad as it could be. He worked into the evening, rain finally falling, soaking his clothes. He replaced the part, cleaned what he could, and tested the engine twice. When it purred back to life, something inside him felt lighter than it had in years. When Lily asked how much she owed, Sam shook his head. "Nothing." She froze. "I'm sorry." "What?" "It's taken care of," he said. "Just drive safe." Her hands trembled. "I can't accept that. I don't even know why you'd." "Because someone once helped me when I had nothing," Sam said quietly. "And because today, I can." Lily cried. Right there in the garage. She reached out until her hand found his sleeve and squeezed it like it was the only solid thing in the world. "Thank you," she whispered, over and over. Neither of them noticed the black sedan parked across the street. Inside sat an older man, impeccably dressed, his driver waiting patiently. The man had been there longer than anyone realized. He had come to the area to inspect a property deal but had watched the entire interaction unfold. He didn't interrupt, he didn't speak, he just observed, eyes sharp, mind calculating something far beyond money. The man's name was Robert Hale. To the world, he was a billionaire investor known for ruthless efficiency. To himself, he was a man who had lost faith in people a long time ago. That night, Sam went home exhausted, wondering how he'd cover rent. Lily drove home smiling through tears, clutching the steering wheel like a miracle had just occurred. And Robert made a phone call that changed everything. The next week, Sam arrived at the garage to find an official-looking letter taped to the door. His heart sank, expecting bad news. Instead, it was an offer. A full buyout. The property, the business, the equipment, all valued far above market price. At the bottom was a handwritten note. "Kindness is a rare skill. I invest in rare things." Sam thought it was a joke. Until Robert Hale walked in that afternoon. Robert explained everything. How he'd watched. How he'd waited to see if Sam would charge her later, or regret it, or ask for praise. He did none of those things. He simply helped. "I don't need another company," Robert said. "I need proof that people like you still exist. I want to fund this garage, expand it, train young mechanics, and offer free repairs to people who truly need them. You'll run it. I'll back it." Sam couldn't speak. He thought of Lily, of his father who taught him to fix engines and said, "Do good work, and do good things." Of all the times he'd almost given up. Months passed. The garage transformed. New tools, new staff, a program that helped single parents, the disabled, and the elderly keep their cars running. Lily visited often, becoming part of the place that once saved her. She and Sam formed a quiet friendship built on gratitude and respect. One evening, as the sun set behind the upgraded sign, Sam realized something profound. He hadn't fixed a car for free that day because he expected a reward. But because he didn't, his life changed. And somewhere in the world, a billionaire learned that the greatest returns don't come from stocks or deals, but from watching a tired mechanic choose kindness when no one was watching. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that small acts matter more than we think, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this deserve to be shared, because you never know who's watching, and whose life you might change next.